Uh, Good morning, Libra. This is David with Tarot and Astrology for All, bringing you your 5-day forecast. And surprise, surprise, I drew 3 cards for you since it is your birthday, Libra. Happy birthday for all of you Librians out there, right? Now, what I get from this and drawing these cards at the top, first off, you're finally seeing the blessings that the universe is bringing to you. It's almost like you're seeing the blessings in disguise, and at the same time, instead of being, floundering in the dark like an octopus and just reaching for solutions and for things just all over the place, I feel like you're finally starting to understand this blessing in disguise. And at the same time, I feel like a lot of you are digging back into old memories. I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to recreate or maybe even supply yourself with those things that you haven't been able to have in the past. And so I feel like, regardless, this energy right here is showing me that you are finally stepping into a mindset where now you're starting to focus on the things that are in the here and now, but you're also allowing yourself to visualize what can be done in the future. And that's always a positive aspect, Libra. Ooh, here comes the AC. All right. That is a welcoming breeze. All right. So let's see what's going on, Libra. I kind of feel like, let's see. I feel like some of you guys have an opportunity to gain in your finances. And when it comes to the tarot reading for the collective, I will go ahead and name off a few transits that might be specific towards you, Libra. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this tarot read. Look at that. So with the snake, I kind of feel like you're finishing off a cycle. It's like you started off somewhere over here, and you finally made yourself your way around to the beginning space again. But now you're entering into a different cycle, Libra. And at the same time, I kind of feel like you understand the God force. It's almost like you understand the intricate key to life, and you're starting to understand how to manifest your power with intelligence and cunning. And that is a very, very grounding energy for you, Libra, because that's it's almost like a mixture of Aries with Capricorn with Scorpio. All right, so I feel like I feel like a little bit of you Libras are feeling not really creative. When it comes to that creativity, a lot of you guys might be lost in the details, but at the same time, it's necessary to read between the lines, but don't just get stuck on like one specific line because there's many other lines right there. And sometimes it might not be necessary to travel down one line or one stretch of road. It might be necessary to travel on a different line. I don't remember what other sign I said that for, but that's a very interesting concept. And just for you, Libra, I'm going to shuffle these cards again. I'm going to draw another one. And this is for the energy that you should be encompassing to best manifest those things that you want and that you desire. So, all right. Yeah, you need to see that you have your own innate beauty. And with the peacock, nobody questions its beauty. Its beauty is apparent. So, what I'm saying to you, Libra, is that your beauty is apparent, and there's no necessary need to try to show other people that you're a beautiful soul. You just naturally do it by being. And at the bottom of everything, I feel like the necessary need for understanding that you're beautiful is from a lack of joy that maybe you haven't had in a while. It might be necessary for some of you guys to travel on a vacation, but let's see what the cards have to say. Continuing on, and we will go ahead and see whether a vacation is necessary in the near future. All right, so I feel that regardless of all these things that are going on, regardless of the little bit of happiness that's in your vicinity, I feel like you're getting over your fears, which is an awesome thing to to witness, but it's also an awesome thing to undergo. When you let go of those fears that are unfounded, when you let go of those things after thinking about it and really processing what's going on, and not letting the appearance of nightmares scare you from doing what it is that you want to do, then what you're going to figure out is that you reach healing. And as you reach healing, you also reach happiness. But this healing is going to show you, Libra, that you are a beautiful soul indeed. And when it comes to Libras, you guys are the balance makers. You guys are the ones that help to bring all other signs into a state of harmony and peace. So if you're not at peace and you're not happy and in harmony, what hope do we have, right? So listen up, Libra. That old gnome that's been messing around with your energy, yep, he's gone. Or at least he's on his way out. You know, when I did a spread for my significant other, who is also a Libra, she actually had this under the Two of Swords. Now, with her lies a decision that needs to be made, and it was a decision that really wasn't able to be made because there was an influence of some sort around her that was just kind of messing things up, maybe putting things into her head. And I kind of feel like maybe there are certain things that were being put into your head, Libra. Maybe certain things of like, maybe certain things having to do with fear. Maybe you were fearful of something in the past, right? Because you got that Six of Cups in the reverse. And I feel that regardless, you're actually gaining the ability to understand your true power and your true nature. I'm going to draw one more card. Yeah, see? You're finally getting out of that darkness. That's always a good thing to see when it comes to Libra, because you're being led towards your happiness, Libra. So, that being said, we move on to the Rider Tarot. 7 minutes. Oh, man. I am doing pretty good. Sorry if this is a short one, Libra, but the universe wanted to get this message out to you as quickly as possible, so I am not questioning it. All right, so for some of you guys, these fears might have been revolving something around heartbreak, maybe a situation like you thought your significant other was cheating. Maybe there's some emotional, mental, or physical aspect in your life that's not really coming to fruition the way you wanted it to, and it's causing heartbreak. But there's a necessary need to communicate with others, because as you communicate the sadness, you actually understand why that sadness is there and why those situations happened, and it helps you to understand that there's a brighter future ahead. Ooh. All right, so with this card coming out in the reverse like this, I feel like a lot of you guys are focusing on, you know, those three swords. And I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys. I feel like you guys are focusing on these three swords and not really focusing on the main. Excuse me. You're focusing on these three swords and you're not really focusing on the main issue. Now, what this main issue could be is connected to your healing, and it's also connected to what you think about yourself, Libra. And I feel like a lot of you Librians have been praying to the universe, to God, whoever it is that you associate yourself with. And you guys are looking for peace. You guys are looking for stability. You guys are looking for balance, right? So I feel that that's what you're headed towards, so long as you can maintain your calm, and so long as you can understand that you are the one that creates your happiness, and you are the one that will find that inner beauty within yourself and share it brightly with the world, but with knowledge. Let's see what's the last card to come out. Let's see what the universe has to tell you. All right, so you guys have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Now, if you guys are waiting on a message from somebody else, I would say hold up on it. If you're waiting for a message, I feel like some of you guys, some of you Libras that are single, are waiting for that message from this other person that you maybe have feelings for. Maybe you sent communications to them, but they haven't sent anything back. I feel that it was due to a disruptive influence, especially coming out under that gnome. And at the same time, I very much feel that it's not necessary to focus on that message, on that specific message that's being sent, because if it has to do with love, you just need to let it happen in its own divine right timing. Ooh, all right. See, because I feel like a lot of you Libras are confused about certain things that are going on in your vicinity. That suddenly your ability to choose has opened up, and now you're kind of stuck, among all these different things, all of these things that you've been wanting to do, that where your heart pulls you to, because these are where your emotions pull you. And a lot of you guys have been focusing on what you have and not really focusing on those opportunities that the universe is bringing to you. Now, I feel that this, in some way, shape, or form, is responsible for your restlessness. And the sooner you can find out what it is that the universe is trying to send you, right, the sooner you'll be able to find out which of these choices is your destiny. Some of you guys, I feel like it's the coin. For some of you guys, I feel it's intelligence. For some of you guys, I feel like it's status. Some of you, I feel like there's a personal sense of enjoyment out of it. Some of you guys might be working towards a house or some type of land or property. And some of you guys might be working for some type of spiritual upliftment, or maybe you guys are looking towards having that energy, that ability to just create the life that you want. Now, with the King of Swords in the reverse, I would say hold off. This energy is almost similar to a Mercury retrograde, and we actually have Mercury retrograding very, very soon. So if there's anything that you need to get started, do it now, Libra. And if there's anything that you want to save till later, then save it for after, what was it, October, November, after November 22nd. No, I think it's October. No, I believe it's the first week of November when Mercury goes back forwards again. So let's go ahead and roll these die and see what kind of what kind of sign energy you're going to be encompassing, Libra. You're standing in your own power, Libra. Perfect. Now, another thing that I see is Aquarius. I feel like a lot of you guys have been networking. A lot of you guys have been on social media. You guys have been sharing yourself. You guys have been putting yourselves out there. For those of you who have been emerging with new businesses, I feel like a lot of you guys have finally opened up the ability to make a choice. Maybe you didn't have a choice before, and that's what left you apathetic. You were looking at these things which really weren't too satisfying, and the universe said, "Hey, boom, here you go. Now choose." And so finally, you've stepped into a sense of, I guess you could say, good luck. And now you're finally being hit with good fortune, and for no reason. You have a Venus trine Uranus influence coming up, and that's definitely going to be a very beneficial aspect for you guys. So let's see what planet you're guided by. Mercury. All right. So I feel like some of you guys had been confused before. I feel like some of you Libras had that like fog in front of your eyes, like you couldn't really see the way. And that's not too surprising since you had Leaves of the Shadow in the reverse, meaning that in some way, shape, or form, you almost felt like you were stuck in a dark hole. But I feel that a lot of you guys are expressing yourselves now, and not just expressing who you are, but also expressing your mentality, also expressing your intent. And at the same time, you guys are working towards your North Node, which is always something that you want to see a Libra do, because when a Libra is working towards their sole purpose, this is when the world sees great things. So let's roll the last die for you guys and see what number you are guided by these next 5 days. Oh, all right. So you have the 12 in the reverse, but regardless, you have expansion. Now, 12 in the upright, I would say it's massive expansion. It's rapid expansion. But with it in the reverse, I feel like a lot of you guys have been through various different situations that have increased your consciousness, and you guys are kind of like on a teeter-totter path. Like you guys are trying to decide which way to go. It's like you're trying to stick to your superficial um, pre-programmed ways, and you actually have the ability to evolve from that and to become ecstatic, to actually reach true happiness. But one of the things that's necessary to happen is communication. You have to communicate what it is that you need, and you have to communicate it to the right people. Once you do that, the only thing that's left is that four energy, and that four energy is a very stable, very calming, and very grounding energy. Now, thank you, Libra, for joining me. I hope that this information is very, very helpful for you guys. Also, I was going to mention this in the collective reading that I do here afterwards, but if you guys are, you know what, I'll mention it in a video just by itself, so I wouldn't waste any more of your time, Libra. So, because I know you guys got big things going on. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope you guys will join me 5 days from now or less when I do the next reading, or join me for the collective reading when I pull out cards for the collective and see what's going on with the world. With that being said, I am David with Tarot and Astrology for All, signing out.